I look like a sweaty mess, I know. We're in a heat wave right now. It is about 30 degrees and I am sweating. But I'm going to bring you hot books that are going to make you even hotter under the collar this heat wave. So let's dive in because I got some spicy ones for you. Also, hey my book lovelies, welcome back to my channel. We have to start with Tierney Page. She is like the queen of spiciness. She's got 3 books in her London Heart series and I've read all 3. They're amazing. But I do think The Other Brother probably has some of the best spice in it. This is about a girl called April who is engaged to this guy. And she finds out that he's cheating on her using social media in the worst way possible. They're fiancés, he's just not being very present at their engagement party. And she's like, something's going on here. And when she finds out, she's like, oh, heartbroken, needs to run away. Luckily, James, who is her ex-fiance's brother, may be just the guy to help her. And yes, she does compare their length and talk about the differences between them. I love April and James's story. It's like a should they, shouldn't they situation. Yes, there is an awkward Christmas dinner scene, which is what I always say. Like, imagine Christmas dinner, you're sitting across from your ex and you're with his brother. Like, that's so awkward, but the spice is so good. So you definitely need this one on your TBR today. Top of the TBR, top of the pile. You don't want to miss out on this one. It is too good to resist. I read this and I think it was last Easter or summer I read it. And my goodness, whoo, did it make me hot under the collar. So yeah, if you're enjoying this heat wave but you want it to feel a little bit spicier, I would suggest this. The second book is Your Little Sister's Best Friend. And the third book, he's a single dad. He's been cheated on. You've got trust issues because you were married and he all of a sudden decided he didn't want kids and didn't want to be with you. So there's a lot going on in the third book. Definitely packs more of a traumatic punch. The second book is definitely more taboo and the first book's just a hell of a lot of fun with spice. So yeah, I would definitely recommend adding at least the first book, if not the whole trilogy. And it is a completed trilogy now onto your TBR because my goodness, this was so good. If it's got fluffy handcuffs on the front, you know it's going to be spicy. This is Domcom by Adriana Anders. This is about a woman, I've already forgotten her name, Ray, and Grant. So Ray goes to a sex club and she's never done anything like that before. And she's like, oh, there's this sub-dom thing and maybe I'd like to try it. And Grant is quite a professional dom. Like, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he wants from a sub. And he doesn't normally take what he would class as like virgin subs because he doesn't need to. Like, he knows what he's doing. But he's like, go on, she's cute, I'll give her a chance. So they have a wild night. They have a lot of fun together. Obviously, you know, testing their boundaries, being safe within that realm. And they find out they're going to be working very closely together outside of the club because she is doing like he is doing a consulting job or she's doing one of them's being a consultant for the other. So that is a little bit awkward because they know how much fun they can have in the bedroom together. I would say if you like things like Sarah Kate and you like that kind of taboo, or Caitlin Taylor, and you like that kind of taboo sex club setting, this is a standalone. It's really fun. It's really easy to read. It's dual point of view. It gives a lot. It packs a punch. Definitely one of the spicy ones. It will have, I was reading it in public and I was blushing. So it will have you blushing in public. I feel like I'm using these as fans today. It's so hot in this loft. Like, you are lucky to be getting a YouTube video today because my goodness am I sweaty. But yeah, definitely. Look at the little feet even. Recommend grabbing this one. It's a little bit emotional as well, I have to say. There's a little bit of emotion in it, but definitely a lot of spice and you'll have a hell of a lot of fun. Then we have X's and O's by Kayla Gross. This is about a guy called Nathan who just wants to go away for the weekend, kind of escape his life, have a bit of a change of scene, run away, you know, have some quiet time in a forest. And he ends up in a thunderstorm, very injured, wakes up in a cabin where 2 tattooed lodgers have found him, who is a married couple. And they're like, should we just throuple it? Like, should we just have a little bit of threesome fun? This was so spicy. Was it more spice than plot at times? 100%. I love like the little text messages in it. I love the multiple points of view. It definitely, I think, is classed as like a bi-awakening story, as obviously Nathan explores both sides of his sexuality with the married couple. If you're looking for a good time, this is a really good time. I don't know if we're going to get any more in this series. It's called Starlight Haven Lumber Snack Romance, but I haven't heard there's anything else coming out from it. The kink is very hot, but it also has a lot of emotion packed behind it as well. So you're getting kind of like spicy emotion, which I love. I love a little bit of spicy emotion. You can't go wrong with that. But yeah, this one I knew it was going to be spicy, but I was shocked at how spicy it was. And throwing in the lumberjack element, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. Very different to anything you're going to have read before as well, which I love. I do like finding spicy books that are a little bit different, a little bit new topics or new genres explored, because they can get a little bit repetitive. I love my cowboys, but they can get a little bit repetitive. Then we have Blood and Roses by Callie Hart. I was actually really scared to read this book because I thought there was going to be quite heavy focus on the trafficking element, and we all know I'm a wimp when it comes to that. So yeah, I was a little bit terrified. This is about a girl called Sloane whose sister has been taken, and she's adamant that her sister is being sex trafficked, and she is a nurse. And then she gets involved with this guy called Zeth. So I've got pictures of them. I love the artwork. So that's Sloane, and that's Zeth. Zeth actually takes something from her V card, because someone nasty was going to take her V card, so he pays to take it in a much nicer way, which is the first scene in the first chapter. Very spicy. Again, you're going to be blushing a little bit at this. And he's going to help her find her sister. He deals in other substances than humans, and he thinks he probably knows the people who are involved with it. So he's like, right, I'll help you, I'll get you there. But she doesn't realise maybe how much he's involved in this world. The end of the book, I need book 2 already, because the end of the book was wild. It left me on such a cliffhanger ending. I was so confused and shocked, and did not see it coming, and I didn't know that it was going to do that. Callie Hart does that in her romantasy, but I didn't think in her dark romance she was going to go bam, here's an ending that you didn't expect to see. So yeah, absolutely loved it, but my goodness, it was shocking. The shock factor of that, brain exploded, literally. But yeah, it's such a good book. It's dual point of view, it's spicy, it's her exploring being spicy, because she's never really been spicy before, and I love that. I love that for Sloane. She's quite a fiery woman. She does remind me a lot of Ali from Lights Out, so if you like Lights Out, I think you will love this. This one's meant to be a Goldilocks retelling, but it's just a hell of a fun spicy time, I'm going to be honest. This is Crucible by B.B. Reed. So you have this girl, she's a famous actress, and her plane crash lands. And when her plane crash lands, she is stranded. She's the only survivor. And these 3 mountain men find her, keep her captive, and kind of have their way with her. Like, chapter 4, blushing. Like, from chapter 4, the spice has already kicked in. It's already quite heavy and hot under the collar situation, and I'm just obsessed. I love it. I absolutely love it. So yes, I would definitely recommend grabbing this. That is the artwork to show you the characters. It is so good. There is a second book which I need to pick up called Chrysalis. But yeah, this was like 95% spice, I'm going to say. A lot of spice, a lot of fun, a lot of tabooness. She's a fiery woman, but these guys seem to control her. And yeah, there are some really funny scenes that obviously are inspired by Goldilocks, but the way they've done it is so clever. So definitely would recommend picking this one up. Then we have Rook and Rebel. So if you're someone who likes a motorcycle man, you will love this. So you've got Regan and Rook, but he calls her Rebel, hence the title. So Regan lives with her father. He does a business. She doesn't really understand his business, but she's always thought she was going to take it over, until he gets very ill. He starts to lock her away. He starts to isolate her. She doesn't really know what's going on, but she starts to put 2 and 2 together that maybe she's not going to take on this business. And she keeps bumping into Rook. Rook's a man on a motorcycle, and whenever she's there or in trouble or anything, he just seems to appear, and she's like, where has this man come from? What is he doing? How did he get here? And there may be a reason for that. There may be a reason that Mr. Rook keeps turning up. It's got drama, it's got spice, it's got intensity. There's going to be more in the series following different couples, which I imagine are going to follow Rook's rest of his motorcycle gang, and I absolutely love them. Obviously, this was originally indie published, so I read it when it was indie published. I did reread it to check it was the same for trad, and it was, but I haven't got any more of the stories yet in the series. They were never indie published, but it is really good, really spicy, really fun, and if you like a motorcycle man, definitely for you. Who doesn't love a bodyguard? Me. Because he ghosted her. Oh, this book was so sad. It was so annoying. So I loved it though. She has a twin sister who has just placed a role in a major movie. And she's like, right, great. I'm going to have to, you know, be with my twin sister, work out what's going on, and try not to make people think that I'm this famous movie star, because the film is happening in their small town. And people are going to flock there, and they're going to flock to her. So the cast and crew is like, we'll hire you a bodyguard, it'll be absolutely fine. Bodyguard turns up. She recognises the bodyguard. She's had a one-night stand with the bodyguard. The bodyguard then ghosted her. Does it get any worse than that? I don't think so. So yeah, this was absolutely amazing. It obviously does a little bit of a flashback to some of the spies. There's some text messages. He's obviously trying to be very professional. She just wants nothing to do with him. And again, it was fun. I would say this one's a little bit more like romantic spies, not as dark as some of the other ones I've gone through. But yeah, if you just want like a really easy, really breezy, hot summer read, this one should be on your list. Lauren Blakely also has a 6-book ice hockey series called Love and Hockey. So I would say if you enjoy this, there's a 6-book series written in a similar style to dive into as well. But definitely pick this one up. I feel like I've got so many other spicy options, but this heat wave is having a moment with me, so I'm going to love you and leave you there. If you do love this and you want a part 2 of some spicy reads to read this scorching hot summer, then do just let me know in the comments and I can definitely do that. Make sure you've turned on notifications and hit subscribe so you get notifications on in the future when I post every Sunday. And see you later, my book lovelies. Bye!